Welcome to Kelowna, a city nestled amongst the mountains and lakes of the beautiful Okanagan Valley. Here, we value the laid-back lifestyle of supernatural British Columbia. Locals and tourists alike enjoy a lifestyle that embraces the outdoor activities that Kelowna has to offer. Looking back to move forward is our proposal to achieve a reduction in single-occupancy vehicles. We want to preserve our landscape so generations to come can enjoy it as we have. We are Okanagan College. We have diverse skills and characteristics that play a part in building such a dynamic team. Each of us are qualified in our own ways to build a strong solution to preserve our community. Emily brings to the team her ability to empathize. She naturally draws connections so she can relate to all people and situations. Loni's leadership and focus has helped us progress and reach new heights throughout the design thinking process. Heidi's focus generated efficient team meetings and progress. Dillan has a passion for information. His creativity helped generate concepts and also rule out stray ideas.
My name is Emily, I'm 18 years old, and I live in Kelowna, BC. While studying my first year of marketing at Okanagan College, I work at 2 different seasonal jobs. I drive myself and my younger sister around town in my Honda Fit. That car really does fit anywhere. Parallel parking? No problem. Throughout our design thinking process, my team has found that parallel parking spots on the side of streets can nudge people to reduce their use of single occupancy vehicles.
SOV use is ingrained in our society, and changing behaviors requires changing social norms. This is an epic task, so we've created a multi-point proposal to tackle it. The research we conducted began with sharing personal insights and empathizing with each of our own transportation methods. We connected with family and friends and had conversations with transit stakeholders such as bus drivers and riders, bikers, and walkers. We did extensive secondary research on urban planning, transportation systems outside of Canada, design thinking, and Kelowna's upcoming city plans.
Hi, I'm Heidi. I grew up in Toronto, and as soon as I could, I escaped to Jasper to embrace a slower way of living, and I moved to Kelowna because it has the same values as Jasper in terms of a slower lifestyle. I used to ride my bike, but as my bike got stolen on my first use in Kelowna, I resort to walking now.
Kelowna citizens have proven to us that they will choose whatever mode of transportation is most convenient and timely for them. In Kelowna, 81% of people choose to commute with either a car, truck, or van as a driver.
My name is Dillan Crema and I'm 18 years old from Kelowna, BC. And honestly, I hate driving, but I have to do it every day for work and school. It's just too convenient to drive around Kelowna, and I know I'm part of the problem.
Many of Kelowna's citizens want to use other types of transportation, but need a push to do so. Kelowna has a wide urban sprawl, making it impossible for some to walk, bike, or bus. Kelowna is not big enough to invest in an extensive transportation system, but its current infrastructure does need major improvements. By making SOV transportation less convenient and its alternatives more convenient, we can give them the push they need to embrace the substitutes.
My name's Loni, I'm 26 years old, and I'm from Kelowna, BC. Before I decided to study business here at Okanagan College, I traveled the world for 5 years. And I'm pretty sure I've taken every mode of transportation that you can imagine. My favorite hobby is probably gardening, and interestingly enough, throughout the design thinking process, I discovered that gardening can actually lead to a reduction of single occupancy vehicles in my neighborhood. Our how might we question is how might we make being out of your car more desirable than being in your car?
As a team, we were inspired by Jeff Speck's city planning guidelines. We designed our criteria for potential solutions around them. They include: is it safe? Is it comfortable? Is there a reason for it? Is it interesting? And is it convenient? We prototyped the idea of having more convenient transport alternatives by asking what-if questions to members of our community. We used our research insights to design questions based around our ideal version of each alternative. we asked questions such as, what if Kelowna's available parking was reduced by 50%? What if your car insurance rates were based per kilometer driven rather than the standard bracketed rate? What if the public transit system was free? The changes we need to implement come in the form of nudges. Each of these nudges meet our 5 criteria. Our plan involves a multifaceted implementation of nudges. The issue we found in Kelowna, because people ultimately value their time, is that they choose the fastest and most convenient method of transportation. We want to look back in order to move forward, so we propose changing people's attitudes towards what is and isn't convenient for them. This table shows our recommendations to revolutionize transit in Kelowna. The adjustments make the alternatives more appealing and convenient, and in turn, make driving less convenient. Changes that are necessary are listed in the first row under each mode of transportation. Changes that will revolutionize Kelowna's transportation are listed in the second row. We recommend taking a few steps back from the direction of designing a city built for cars and remove some SOV-appeasing attributes. The intent isn't to remove the ability to drive, but to reduce the convenience of SOVs. All the changes have a two-sided effect. By widening sidewalks, roadways are narrowed. By adding additional crosswalks, driving flow is disrupted. One revolutionary nudge for driving is to change insurance rates to be based on per kilometer driven. This will make drivers think about how much time they really spend in their cars and seek out money-saving alternatives. If one shares a trip with another, kilometer-based insurance expenses go down by half. Out of all transport alternatives, the transit system has the highest potential to service the maximum number of citizens. The necessary nudges for buses in Kelowna are fairly straightforward and simply suggest an efficient and effective system. Implementing these necessary nudges alone will already help citizens find more use in the system. The revolutionary changes give citizens reason to tell their friends about their experience, which encourages others to take part. That's how social norms regarding transportation will shift in Kelowna. Biking and walking can be enhanced by nudges that simply elevate these alternatives to meet each of our 5 criteria. Widening paths and adding lights and barriers all increase safety. Planting trees and bushes make the way more appealing. Paved paths with solar panel canopies to protect from weather enhance comfort, as do bathrooms, water fountains, and benches. All pathways will be interconnected, adding to the speed and convenience of the commute. Accessibility issues will be abolished by adding rent-a-bike stations around the city and park-and-ride hubs on the outskirts. The experience will be revolutionized by adding play structures and murals for children, art installations that second as secure bike locks, and allowing buskers and vendors to set up shop. Community garden boxes will be added along paths and sidewalks, creating a chance for people to slow down and connect with their neighbors and embrace a green and local way of life. These adjustments will create community within the commute, bringing people back to their roots, enjoying the reasons we love Kelowna.